Every year, people talk about starting over, about leaving things behind, about moving forward. I learned that not everyone gets to do that. The square was packed, rows of people stretching across the block. People stood so close to each other, all facing the same direction. Phones were already up. Screens hung over the crowd, showing the same stage, the same hosts, the same numbers waiting in the corner. Music so loud, you can even make conversation. I stood where the crowd had pushed me. People move forward, I do the same. Someone cleared their throat behind me. I watched the numbers and thought about how close the year was going to be over. That's why I was there. Hopeful. Earlier this year, I kept waiting for the school bus to pass before pulling out of my driveway. Call came in. They asked for my full name. My wife sat on the floor against the wall. She didn't look at me when I called her name. We went home to the same old house. Lights are working. The lawn was kept. The house was the same. But we weren't. She was always in a hurry, my wife said. Her voice broke just once. The days after kept moving. Alarms went off. Mails showed up. I made meals and stopped halfway through. We didn't argue. Nothing was said. I ate by myself. I slept alone. I lost 2 people that day. I stayed at my job longer than I should have. I stayed late. Took extra work. Said yes when I didn't want to. The meeting still came. I'm sorry, the manager said. This isn't personal. I tried starting something on my own. I put my money into it. Changed plans. I stayed up fixing problems I thought I could work through. It worked. For a while. Then it didn't. By August, I was worn down by routine. I woke up. I went to bed. I waited for days to end. As New Year's got closer, I started telling myself I didn't have to keep being this way. Just a thought. The air around me changed. Music distorted. Fireworks cracked out of rhythm. The screens flickered. The crowd stopped moving. Every single person turned and stared at me. The giant screen flashed white. I woke up in my bed. Morning light through the blinds. My phone buzzed. January 5th. The same year. I just knew. This is a second time through. I knew what was coming. I drove her myself. I watched intersections. I changed routes. She still didn't come home. I tried to keep the marriage together. I listened more. I waited longer. I spent more time with her. Still, I ate by myself. I slept alone. I didn't want to end the year the same way again, so I tried something new. I put money into a small business idea. Something simple. Something I thought I could control. I ran numbers, cut corners, stayed up fixing things before they broke. It held together for a bit. Then the calls slowed. Then they stopped entirely. I shut it down before it took everything with it. I took a service job far from home. Restaurant work, orders, plates, checks. Every night was the same. I showed up early, learned the menu, covered shifts when asked. No one there knew me, and that helped. December came again. I slept through the night a few times. I paid off one small bill, then another. I bought a jacket just because. For the first time in a long while, I caught myself smiling. I let myself think about staying where I was. The crowd froze. Every face turned at once. The screens flashed faster. I woke up earlier in the year. My phone buzzed. I picked it up. I knew what it was before I even saw my phone. I told myself to get up. I told myself I'd already done this once. I opened my mouth to say something, anything. Nothing came out, just silence. I sat there holding the phone, wanting to get up. I didn't. The year hadn't even started yet. I moved into the building early fall. It wasn't luxury, but it wasn't cheap either. The kind of place that people overspend, then tell themselves it's an investment. I took out a loan I probably shouldn't have. I was done with my old apartment. Thin walls, sirens at night, neighbors who treated noise like a hobby. This building was quiet. The lobby smelled nice. The floors didn't creak. Everyone looked like they had somewhere important to be. Lawyers, consultants, managers. People who looked like their lives were put together. I wanted that. The unit was small, but has solid walls and sturdy floors. The heat worked. The water stayed hot. A few weeks after I moved in, something slid under my door. A thick white card. Welcome. Please attend the building gathering on January 1st. No name. No explanation. I saw the same card in other people's hands over the next few days. No one talked about it. The months passed quietly. People nodded in the hall, held elevator doors, and the usual small talk. Mid-December, I came home late. The elevator opened on my floor. There were 2 bags in the hallway. One of them was leaking. Red pooled along the floor. No shouting, no alarms, just the hum of the lights. A man from 2 doors down stepped out. He looked at the bags, then at me. He didn't say anything, just went back inside. By the time I woke up, the bags were gone. The cleaning crew came early. People passed through the hallway like they always did. No one slowed down. By afternoon, the door was shut. The next day, the unit was empty. Her name stayed on the directory for a couple of days. Then it disappeared. Luke lived 3 doors down from me. Late 20s. Always looked put together. He worked at a firm downtown. Corporate law, I think. He never talked about his work. We talked in the elevator, sometimes mostly about food. There was this artisanal milk bar a few blocks from the building. Glass storefront, clean and sterile interior. Prices that made you pause before ordering. At least for me. But Luke loved it. They source everything, he told me once. Single farm, small batches. I didn't know what any of that meant, but I nodded anyway. He told me what to order the first time. Not the flavored ones, not the seasonal stuff. Just the regular, he said. Trust me. Oh wow, he said. Right? What did I say? Luke added. I thought it was just okay. I don't get it, but maybe I'll get used to it. After that, we talked about it more than anything else. Which days they restock, which bottles sold out the fastest, how the baristas remembered his order by now. The bag showed up again before the holidays. Not on our floor. A floor below us. The cleaning crew came early the next morning. No one mentioned it. Luke texted me later that night. Milk? I wasn't feeling it, but I went anyway. December came and went. Luke said the building always settles down this time of year. On January 1st, we gathered in the common room. No decorations, no drinks, just chairs. Everyone showed up. The building manager stood near the windows. She spoke like she was reading from a checklist. At midnight, she said, a unit will open. Someone started to ask a question. She cut him off. That's all, she said. No one spoke after that. A few nights into the new year, I was already awake. I heard running in the hallway. A door opening and slamming hard. Something hit the wall. Then my phone buzzed. was from Luke. "Please," he said. Then a knock. Right in front of my door. "Hey," he said, panicked. "I know you're there." I checked the time on my phone. 11:48. "They're here," Luke said. I can't go back." I stepped closer to the door, not to open it. Just close enough to hear his breathing through the wood. Fast, trying to stay quiet. I thought about the card under my door, about the meeting, about how the building handled things and how everyone else acted. Footsteps reached the end of the hall. Luke knocked again. Harder this time. "You don't even have to let me in," he said. "Please just open it just for a second." I slid the deadbolt into place. A final clang of metal locking. I stayed right there, close enough that he would know. I heard when they grabbed him. A loud thud on the door. Then a slightly softer one. I didn't flinch. I waited until there were no sounds. I went to bed after. The cleaning crew came before sunrise. They wiped my door clean. They nodded to me this time. Luke's name stayed on the directory for probably 2 days. Then it disappeared. A week later, my phone rang. Someone from work congratulated me. My raise came through in March. A big one. The loan stopped feeling heavy. Now, it's December again. The building was quiet, the way it usually is this time of year. I know exactly how this place works. And I'm looking forward for the new year.